Hello everyone, I'm Jessica Blackbird. Welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you don't mind, leave a smile or any other emoji you care to leave in the comment section. It would help me out so much. Thank you in advance. I hope all of you had a wonderful weekend and feel the cool weather starting to come, and all of you in Florida and the surrounding areas, please stay safe. Anyway, you guys, according to Daily Mail, Liz Cheney will do whatever it takes to stop Donald Trump from becoming the Republican presidential nominee, but refuses to say if she would in fact prefer a Democratic victory in this year's midterms. Outgoing Wyoming GOP Representative Liz Cheney has vowed to do whatever it takes to stop former President Donald Trump from becoming a Republican presidential nominee. Cheney, a vocal critic of Trump, refused to say if she would prefer the Democrats to hold their majority in the House of Representatives in the upcoming midterm elections. Cheney, who is leading the House investigation into the January 6th attack on the Capitol, argued that voters must be aware of the power some Republicans who continue to make unfounded and false claims that the 2020 election was stolen from Trump have in the Republican Party. She said that the threat posed by those Republicans like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert, who are challenging the election results, may outweigh her policy differences with the left. So what she's saying right there is that she has lots of differences with the Democratic left, but making sure that Donald Trump does not become the presidential nominee completely outweighs her differences. Speaking about whether she would prefer if the Democrats won the midterm elections in November, Cheney, 56, said on Saturday, "It's a tough question. I think that the policies of the Biden administration, there are a lot of bad politics. For example, what we're seeing now with respect to government spending. I think it's really important, though, as voters are going to vote, that they recognize and understand what the Republican conference consists of in the today, and how much power the election deniers, the people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert and Jim Jordan, how much power those people will have in a Republican majority," Cheney told the Texas Tribune Festival in August, reports Fox News. She added, "Partisanship has to have a limit. There's got to be an end." You guys, I completely agree with that statement, because so many times it doesn't matter if you're a Republican, Democrat, or somewhere in between. It always seems to me, and we all have our own opinions, but it seems to me that either side, they don't give a damn what is better for we, the people of this country. They only want to further what will be better for them, the politicians, most of them. And what's better for them, what is best for them, is to continue to fill their pockets. So that is my opinion. I think that most of them are cheats on both sides. But to be honest, there are quite a few on the Republican side, in my opinion, and I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican, but some of them, it's all about filling those pockets, okay? Let's just be honest. If you disagree, let's talk about it in the comments, but let's be, cordial and respectful with our conversation. Okay, you guys, back to the article. Cheney said, "I'm going to make sure I'm going to do everything I can to make sure he is not the nominee. And if he is the nominee, I won't be a Republican." Speaking to NBC in the wake of her loss, the third term congresswoman called Trump a very grave threat and risk to our republic, and said defeating him will require a broad and united front of Republicans, Democrats, and independents. And that's what I intend to be part of. She declined to say if she would run for president, but conceded it's something that I'm thinking about. The primary results and the more than 35-point margin of her defeat were a powerful reminder of the GOP's rapid shift to the right. And it is a reminder to everyone that Trump has many, many loyalists in and out of the government. So she may not be a Republican anymore because he may as well be, he may make it to be the nominee. The only person who would stop that, in my opinion, is DeSantis, the governor of Florida. More people feel more in line with his politics than with former President Trump's politics. Trump is purging the Republican Party, ridding it of dissenters like Cheney and others who dare to defy him, shifting the coast-to-coast GOP landscape and the makeup of Congress. Of the 10 House Republicans, including Cheney, who voted to impeach Trump for inciting the January 6th, 2021 insurrection at the Capitol, only 2 remain candidates for re-election. The others have bowed out or, like Cheney, have been defeated by Trump-backed challengers. There's your evidence right there. He has so many loyalists in the government and outside of the government. He has so many people who agree with his very radical policies, in my opinion. You know, he has done great things. Really, he has. You have to give credit where credit is due. But some of his policies are not good for anyone. Same thing with Joe Biden. He's done a lot of bad and some good, in my opinion. But, you know, we'll never have a perfect president. I voted for Obama the first time. And as I look back on that, he didn't do a damn thing for people of color, which I am a person of color. And he ushered in things as a Christian that I don't agree with. So, you know, we live and we learn. We can regret who we voted for, but we still did it. Just make sure you don't do it the second time around. Anyway, politics is dirty all the way around. It really is. If Republicans gain control of the House and Senate in the November elections, the new Congress is destined to be remade in Trump's image. However, his influence may in fact cut 2 ways, winning back the House for Republicans, but costing the party the Senate if his candidates fail to generate the broader appeal needed for statewide elections. For 50 years, the Cheneys have had important influence in Washington. From the time Dick Cheney first ran for Congress, later being elected vice president, to the arrival of his daughter, elected in 2016 alongside Trump's White House victory. But a party once dominated by national security-oriented, business-friendly conservatives like her father, former Vice President Dick Cheney, now belongs to Trump, animated by his populist appeal and, above all, his denial of defeat in the 2020 election. So you guys, like I said, it doesn't matter which side you're on. Former Vice President Dick Cheney got us into a war. And what did he do, in my opinion? His pockets grew fatter and fatter. because of the war after 9/11. That is my opinion. You can say it's not true, but that is what I think. Back to the article. Such lies, which have been roundly rejected by federal and state election officials, along with Trump's own attorney general and judges he appointed, transformed Cheney from an occasional critic of the former president to the clearest voice inside the GOP, warning that he represents a threat to Democratic norms. She's the top Republican on the House panel investigating the January 6th insurrection at the U.S. Capitol by a mob of Trump supporters, an attack she referenced in nodding to her political future. I have said since January 6th that I will do whatever it takes to ensure Donald Trump is never again anywhere near the Oval Office, and I mean it, she said during her concession speech in August. So you guys, we are going to keep up with this because it seems like all out war between Cheney and Trump. Man, stating your political beliefs and trying to do what you think is right in these days, it is so very difficult. Very, very difficult. Let's keep up with this story and let's talk about it in the comment section.